Alright, this poor Canon 5D. I've been abusing the shit out of it since I purchased it. I've been bucked off horses with it in my backpack. It's been in blizzards, rainstorms, so it's been all over the frickin' planet. And it keeps timing out. I don't have time to deal with this, but at least I got the audio recorder here, so I'll do fill-ins when I can, alright? On-off button screwing up. More time, more money, more grief, whatever. It is what it is. My lifestyle is hard on shit. That's all there is to it. Now, gosh, where is this? Okay, this is important when I want to read and share with all of you. You ready? Listen to this. Hello, Steve. Thank you again for your platform. You have more cause and effect than you give yourself credit for. I sent you an earlier email of my 3 encounters that you read. I must tell you that reading the email was not the point of being flattered, but they have created a platform for me and thousands of others. The ability to share deep, life-altering events and not be ridiculed. Thank you, Pete. You bet, Pete. Thank you for the kind words, and it's not hard to do, okay? I'm sure you do the same for me, given the opportunity, and everybody else out there as well. Many of you watching this video right now, you'd all do the same thing. I hope, right? Somebody's got to do it. And the more, the merrier. Now listen to this. Is Bigfoot real? I would like to share with you the following about Sasquatch from an Aboriginal perspective. So here's some background that I should be mentioned. I am Aboriginal. My mother's family came from northwestern Manitoba. It is a mixed Saulteaux, Cree, and Métis area. The Saulteaux, Ojibwe, and in the U.S., the Chippewa, are the same people. These 3 names were given by our fur traders and settlers to our people. Our true name is Anishinaabe, meaning quite simply the people, the original people. They are the 2nd biggest tribe in Canada and 5th biggest in the U.S. When combined, we'd be one of the largest tribes in North America. This background is important, as it will help establish the following comments. The existence of Sasquatch is accepted in a culture as easily as any fish, bird, or forest animal. This is true, I believe, for every North American tribe. If not, someone may correct me. So for now, I'll only speak for what I know of the Anishinaabe culture. Let's consider this. As to the beliefs of Sasquatch, hundreds of thousands of Anishinaabe that used to number in the millions, who have been here for thousands of years, have acknowledged and accepted their existence, so much so that they are part of our 7 sacred teachings, our 7 sacred grandfather teachings. Each sacred teaching is represented by an animal with the exception of one, the 4th teaching, Kitchi-Sabe, pronounced Kitchi-Sabe, or known as Sabe, Bigfoot. So when mainstream science takes a position of show me proof, I respond with bugger off. A whole nation and culture native to this land says they exist. As mentioned above, they are as real as a buffalo, eagle, bear, beaver, wolf, and turtle. The 7 sacred teachings. 1. Respect, represented by the buffalo. 2. Love, represented by the eagle. 3. Courage, represented by the bear. 4. Honesty, represented by the Sabe, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. 5. Wisdom, represented by the beaver. 6. Humility, represented by the wolf. 7. Truth, represented by the turtle. The above sacred teachings are fundamental and core to the culture. Each representative was chosen carefully and wisely. Each had to display the traits of the teaching they had represented. You can go on YouTube if you wish and check out in more detail the traits identified by each teaching. For us Bigfoot, or Sabe, they consider us simply as another tribe with one huge difference. He is a spiritual being. He is as real as the other 6 animals on the sacred list, otherwise he would not be there. The difference is they can move through the spirit world dimension to our world at their discretion. Sabe, Bigfoot, can shapeshift into anything he chooses or simply vanish. How many eyewitnesses tell of 1. It was close but I couldn't see it. 2. It suddenly appeared or vanished, or the tracks in the snow just stopped. Also, many times he will take from a raven or other animal. Many times he will take the form of a raven or other animal. He is also known as a trickster. Where to look? Anywhere and everywhere. Just have a look at the map of North America showing sighting locations. Anywhere there appears to be 2 types of findings. Evidence 1. Structures, DNA, tracks, and photos. 2. Encounters, seen or unseen, makes no difference as to the ones that have had the misfortune of being in their presence. As far as the evidence, yeah, I get it. What I do know is that no one starts pissing their pants over a tree structure DNA cast of a footprint or a picture. The encounters are far different from the evidence. The majority of seen or unseen encounters, especially with hunters that are well armed and generally experienced, is a negative engagement. Most hunters haven't been involved with apex predator encounters. We know what we're looking at. We know our animals and don't frighten easily. Anyone that has a Bigfoot encounter has no evidence of what happened in their encounter other than soaked trousers. That your ass end was tighter than duck's ass in shotgun season. Really, you only have the truth. When you listen to or see someone showing off a tree structure, cast footprint, or picture, you see the smile on their face, the pride in what they have found. It's a high five. There's actually a fair amount news and acknowledgement. Hey, I haven't taken anything away from them. Good on you. What a contrast to the story of an encounter. It is the exact opposite. There is no exuberant smile, no pride in the event. It was a humbling, fearful encounter, life-altering. Also, why did something tell you inside that your rifle was of no value? There is no press, no acknowledgement. Just the opposite. You may be ridiculed if you tell your story. So when some white-coat, buck-tooth scientist demands hard physical proof, piss off. Think about it. We have structures, footprints, and pictures. Then we have thousands of eyewitness encounters. The acceptable mainstream response to this is, first, probably fake, no doubt a hoax. 2, probably seen a bear or something. 3rd, how could something that big be out there and not be found? There is a long list of responses to deny the truth. The whole goddamn point has been missed. The size and strength of these beings is truly impressive. What is really alarming is their ability to literally appear or disappear. Then pick it up a notch and project thoughts of fear directly into you. In closing, I would like to offer my thoughts for those searching for Bigfoot. Be careful. When you're out there, listen to your sixth sense. If you start to have a really bad feeling, back away and try not to hook up with your partner, and try to hook up with your partner as quickly as possible. If you're alone, that sucks. Stay cool and say a prayer to whoever the hell you want and keep backing away. From my own experience, they have the ability to project into you absolute fear. Your experience may be different than mine. For your benefit, I hope so. Not too many stories from people talking about how good it was to encounter one of these things. I wish you the best. There is more to these beings than we all know. I believe that if you have an encounter with one, most of the time it will be at their choosing. I believe if they wanted to take you out, you'd be the last to know. In looking for physical evidence, pretty tough thing to do if this is a spiritual being. Understand that I'm no professional investigator, just a lifelong experienced hunter that will never hunt 3 areas again, ever. I would like to suggest to you that if you truly want to find this being, quit looking for hard physical evidence in the traditional way. The native people of North America and the thousands of recent encounters should point you in a different direction. Whether it's the spirit world, a different dimension, or whatever, up to you. Pick your poison. As for the science world, I couldn't give a good goddamn what they think. As for platforms like Steve's, David Pilatus, and others grow in size and depth, the science world will come this way. These platforms hold so much knowledge, and they are growing every day. Some individuals in the science world will not be able to resist with such a vast array field work completed. So right now, the mainstream Bigfoot world is running through the brush looking for piles of sticks and footprints in hope of finding some armpit hair or toenails of one of these things. Even if you do find something substantial, they will deny it. So let's not worry about them. We do not need their endorsement. The government is a different matter. If there is government involvement to suppress this, why? However, you are to believe my cousin brothers across North America that this is a spirit being from a different dimension. If that became fact, how would the public handle it? We know from our encounters they do not appear to be nice beings. Quite the opposite. Just the fact that something is out there that has these abilities would substantially alter our base as a society. If so, I can see why there would be government involvement. I don't agree with not knowing the why. Apparently we're on a need-to-know basis, and apparently we don't need to know. If these beings are hunted by government Black Ops forces, the government has decided they're a threat. Why? If Bigfoot is just another animal, why would the government even care or want to wipe them out? This bothers me. This why is one of the questions that needs to be answered. Until the internet came along, these encounters were relatively easy to be kept in the dark. The ability for platforms like this to share knowledge and spread the word has knocked the government and the science world off balance. I don't believe there are more sightings today than ever before. The difference is that there are platforms available for people to tell of their experiences without ridicule. Also, I'm sure there'll be many more strange interruptions, such as your PayPal fund difficulties in the future. Steve, thank you for what you have done and what you continue to do. P.S. If you choose to read the above, you don't need to include this. In my first email, I gave you 2 names for the description of Bigfoot from local reserves. A lot of First Nation reserves were at times made up of different tribes with different dialects. The true Anishinaabe name is Sabe. I hope I pronounced that right. It's either Sabe or Sabe. But my mother's area is a lot of Cree and Métis. All right. And again, thank you for that. Thanks for that email. It's a very informative email. Love it. Straight to the point, no bullshit, and direct and honest. And especially the honesty which covers basically everything that we know today. So many of you might scoff or laugh at the email. Hopefully many of you pick up what he's throwing down. All right? I think right now, well, I have one of my Aboriginal friends emailing me this person here. And I want to send out a note to as many of my Aboriginal friends and followers out there as I can right now. It's not really a related topic, but it's a topic related to me and many people like me. I want you to know this. I've traveled the length of this province 4 times now, the last couple of months. I'm pretty tired from it. And there is a lot of hate going on today. A lot of hate. There's a lot of hate generated, a lot of hate being taught to children. It frustrates me because I don't see any reason to hate each other, meaning Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people. I understand I am putting the blame for the hate solely 100% on the shoulders of the government, the people in control. And I have zero respect for them for that. Where I have grown up, where I was innocently born on this land right here. I was born an innocent person. And so were you. And so were all of my friends and, and family as well. But we were all born on this planet innocent, without hate. And I just hope that a lot of your communities will understand what I'm trying to say. Is we were not born to hate each other. Okay? We're all in this round ball together, shoulder to shoulder. And there's no way getting out of that. We're all equal human beings. And I understand, the original Europeans that came to this land were cruel sons of bitches. They did a lot of dark, dirty shit. And, years later, a lot of people fought back. Non-Aboriginal people fought back to help get respect and freedom back to the Aboriginal people. Let's face it. The Aboriginal people were there's actually a bounty put on Aboriginal people here at one time, whenever that was in the 1800s, early 1900s. It was pretty disgusting, but it happened, and I get it. Who wouldn't hate those people? And but sadly, that same hate for those people, what they did, is being thrown down on people today who were born here innocently. All right, they were born innocent and born not to hate you or anybody else. So I guess I'm babbling. I am definitely babbling, but I don't script any of this shit. But what I'm saying is please, when you want to attempt to block people, other human beings, from access to the planet, mountains and rivers and lakes, just remember that the people that you're lashing out at and trying to block and potentially hate, they aren't the generation. They aren't the people that wish any harm upon you. They just aren't. But sadly, there's many Aboriginal people who are treating people that way today. And I don't know how to fix it, but I just hope that a lot of you out there who are listening to my words realize and understand that the majority of the people that are at conflict today are only at conflict because of the government and how the government's treating everybody and misleading everybody. As far as I'm concerned, as long as everybody's fighting and squabbling, the government's giggling as they're doing their dirty shit behind the scenes, as everybody's focused on the bullshit that they've instigated and stirred up. Because I don't see any hate in my community between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people. I just don't see there's no hate. I don't see it myself. I haven't witnessed hate, but I've witnessed hate speech towards myself during my travels. It's unfortunate, and other people, and I don't retaliate. I don't throw it back, but it's just a real sad state of affairs right now, and I hope that the people who are packing the hate turn it onto the aggressors that caused it in the first place, and that's the government of today. I can't speak so much on the American government, but the Canadian government is 100% responsible for any foul treatment and the hate that's been generated. Not the people that stand shoulder to shoulder with you. Not the white people, the brown people, the purple people, the pink people, the yellow people. Maybe there's some other colors I haven't even noticed. I don't notice them anyways, but just remember that, you guys. We're all here together, shoulder to shoulder on this round spinning ball of insanity. And it's up to us to make it a good place and help each other live this life experience the best positive route we can for each other. We're not here to take away experience from each other. We're not here to block each other from experience during this lifetime, okay? We're definitely not here to hate each other. So, anyway, there you go. There's another one. Sorry if I rambled a little bit there, but my brain's on fire doing 5,000 RPM right now as I sit here. You can probably tell by my rapid speech. And I got to get going. We'll see if I get enough battery power if that camera's still operating. I'll see if I can dig up one more. And I'll get that out before I go. Maybe tomorrow I might pull it off, or maybe I won't, but I am going to be packing and driving again. Oh my God.